Jay, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about router on a stick. And you may ask yourself, what is a router on the stick, Jay? What are you talking about? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it is. It's kind of crazy, but it's a good crazy. So router on a stick, also known as a one-arm router, is a method for running multiple VLANs over a single connection in order to provide inter-VLAN routing without the need of a layer 3 switch. Essentially, the router connects to a core switch with a single interface and acts as the relay point between networks. So think about it. What happens if you don't have a trunk between a router and the switch? If we didn't have trunks, how many physical connection will you lose to get subnets from the router to a switch? That could overwhelm your router as well as your switch. All those connections. Hey, think about it. That could overwhelm even my brain. Oh my God, how many connections are going to lose? But thanks to this protocol, we don't need to worry about that. We can pass 20, 30, 40 VLANs over a single physical port from the router to the switch. So we're going to do DHCP today. We're going to do for VLAN 20 DHCP and for VLAN 40 as we have on the screen. We got two PCs. One is connected to gig 01 and the other one is connected to gig 02. So we're going to configure those ports as access ports for VLAN 20 and VLAN 40. And we're going to see the communication between them because we have a router. It's going to route traffic from one VLAN to another. So every single configuration is going to be done on the screen. You're going to be able to see all the commands that we're going to be using. So without further ado, let's get into the lab, guys. Okay, so right now we're jumping inside CML. We're going to go straight to the router and we're going to start the configuration, guys. Let's get into it. So first of all, going to hit enter. We're going to be enable. We're going to go to config T and we're going to create gig 00.20. It's going to be pointing at to VLAN 20. IP address 192.168.20.1/24. And I'm just taking here my time so you can see the CLI, so you can feel comfortable with it. So we're gonna go right now, we're gonna create gig 00.40, which is gonna be for VLAN 40, encapsulation.1Q40, and then IP address 192.168.40.1/24. Whoops, miss typo. Gonna hit exit. So basically right now we're gonna do a no shot to the physical interface since I didn't do it before. And there you can see the interface is up. Now afterwards we're gonna go and configure the DHCP scopes for both VLANs that we created here. So we're gonna go again to config T, IP DHCP pool LAN 1, that's the name that I'm gonna give it. This is gonna point out to 192.168.20.0 network, which is in VLAN 20. Default gateway is gonna be the one that is configured on VLAN 20. Sub interface VLAN 20, sorry. Then we're gonna hit exit. We're gonna create the second DHCP scope for VLAN 40, which is gonna be named LAN 2. The network we're gonna use is 192.168.40.0/24. And we're gonna configure the default route, which is gonna be 192.168.40.1. We're gonna hit exit. Do an end there. So basically I'm just gonna make sure that I can see this in the running configuration. I haven't done a write mem still, but I just wanted to make sure that it's there. As you can see, the DHCP scopes are there and the two sub interfaces from the physical interface are configured for VLAN 20 and VLAN 40. So we're good there. Now you can do show run pipe section DHCP, for example, and it's gonna bring you only the DHCP stuff that you can configure on the router. So it's kind of a shortcut. So I think we completed here the task for the router. We're gonna jump right in to the switch. So basically we're gonna jump right now to the switch. As I stated, we're gonna go right ahead and we're gonna configure the trunk port, which is gonna be gig 00 pointing out to gig 00 on the router. That's gonna be our trunk port. We're gonna do a no shut. Switch port mode trunk. Oh, whoops. Switch port trunk. Encapsulation .1Q. Switch port mode trunk. And I'm just gonna specify VLAN 20 and the VLAN 40 because those are the two VLANs that are gonna be passing through that trunk. So right now I'm jumping inside the VLAN database and configuring both VLANs that we're using right now. Okay, right now we're gonna go right ahead, go to the interfaces, which are pointing out to PC1 and PC2. Gig 01 is pointing out to PC1. We're gonna do a switch port mode access. Switch port mode access VLAN 20. That's stating that port is gonna be participating only on VLAN 20. Access port. We're gonna go to gig 02, which is pointing out to PC2, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 40. So we got those two configurations already done. So right now we're gonna go right ahead and go to PC1 and PC2 and just verify the configuration that is actually getting from the DHCP on the LAN card. We're already inside, if config, and there you go, 192.168.20.2. So we're good there. Gonna go jump into PC2, Cisco. Let's do an if config. Okay, this one has not received an IP from the DHCP scope yet, but just give it a second here. There you go. 192.168.40.2. So right now we're gonna ping from this side to PC1, and as you can see, we got an effective communication. And we're gonna go right now to PC1, and we're gonna do the same thing to PC2, do a ping. And as you can see, connectivity is successful. You can see you can do a show VLAN on the switch, and they can actually see what ports are participating in what VLAN. And also, if you want to know the trunks, well, there you have it. You do a show interface trunk, and it's going to show you what VLANs are allowed on that trunk.